Testing, 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 testing.
Attention apes, am I now live? Am I live? We're having a big old problem here getting our stream going today. Attention, attention. Attention, attention, attention.
Oh, brother, is the Duck Kid live? Hello, 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 hello. Is it working now? I'm seeing some positive responses.
All right. We're hot. We're live. We're live from the NASA studio here on Moon Base number uno. I don't know what's going on. It's just been a crazy day, and I guess they're just trying to stop all the duck people from streaming, but we figured it out. We used our brains, and we got here live, and honestly, I went through like a whole 3 to 5 minute intro by myself, just like screaming at the camera that no one's ever gonna, I guess, hear. That one's like lost to the sands of time itself. But all right, here's a quick recap of what in the world going on. AMC looking good, 2150-ish. It's up 17.5%. GME also looking good. If it gets this breakout of 142, I'm really watching 160, currently up almost 15% on the day. The SPY went up to 148.50, then got smacked, trading downward, could not hold the 200-day moving average. I am astutely watching 446. Incredibly important to me is this level at 446. If we get above it, which I want it to happen, I'm not going to say that that's going to provide tailwinds to AMC and GME, but it'll at least not provide headwinds. And I think that's very, very important. And then I just have Tesla up because it's been vomiting ever since 1040, and it's one of the most discussed ones right now on WallStreetBets. So I figure there's a lot of interest in it. So that's the game plan for right now. I just wanted to hang out. I want to break down some stories because there's a crazy development going on with the London Metal Exchange, the LME, about nickel. And it's one of these things that it's not getting really any media attention, but what's coming out of it is just nuts. Like it's basically just another GameStop where something crazy, illegal, illicit is going on, and someone needs to look into it. And I just don't know if they will, just because it doesn't have this nostalgic value of GME. Like it's just nickel, and it's also across the pond there on the London Metal Exchange. But whatever it is, like this story is fascinating. So we're going to talk about that. I want to go through it relatively quickly so we can more so hang out for Power Hour and see whatever is or isn't going on with these stocks. Yes, I still have my AMC and GME shares. You can see that on public. Oh, I wanted to ask all of you this. It's funny. As soon as things go a little bit crazy, whether in the positive or in the negative direction, have you noticed how many like fucking loser bot shill accounts come out of the woodwork? I know there has to be some hate views right now. And if you're a hate view just because like you don't like my personality, you don't like how I sound, like you don't like how I educate, that's fine. I hate me too. But if you're a hate view along the lines of just being like one of these like bitch incel keyboard warrior accounts, grow up. Seriously. They come out of the woodwork whenever there's any volatility, and it's pure jealousy. Like across the board of all these people who have through this like created some form of a following. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope you get a life. I really, really do. It is about time you get out of your mom's basement. You got to do something. You're being a drag not only on your community, society at large, but like in your own world. Just go do something, anything. Even if you want to go count the grass, go count the blades of grass outside your house. But man, there's this crazy, they're crazy. It's just all these bots. And I don't like, clearly something is going on. It's these nameless, faceless accounts who they only have a following by hating on other people who are legitimate people and actually put themselves out there. And people like it. It's just like these, it's the underbelly of the internet. It's these sad, pathetic trolls. And like, I swear, like, I don't know if I'll be as tinfoil hat to say that they're like directly like connected to hedge funds, but you know, like you just got to go on Twitter. You just got to go on Reddit. And every time they rear their head, and all I could think is that they're people who are trying to ruin this community. Like whether they are intimately tied to a hedge fund or something, I don't know. I just know that they are absolute losers of people. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, in a time like this, everyone should be stoked. The amount of money that's being made right now. Let's think about this logically. Let's game theory this a little bit. Anyone who is slinging mud right now, anyone who has a negative attitude, the only thing that possibly makes sense is that they either never had a position, they have a short position, or they sold way too early and paper handed it. Because everyone who is actively in AMC and GME right now, anything could be going on in their life and they are stoked. Let's just think about that. Anyone who's doing anything negative, they either never had a position, they sold too early like a paper-handed person, or they're actually short and they're losing even more money. But for the rest of us who's like, dude, I'm in AMC and GME, and you're seeing these huge percentage gains, you're like, life is good right now. It just doesn't add up, right? Doesn't, like, something of it, like the scenario just doesn't connect. Blows my mind. But anyway, this is a long-winded way of me saying, I have my AMC and GME stock. I currently have no options, but man, oh man, I'm thinking more about GME's NFT marketplace, and I'm just getting so tempted to buy GME Leaps. I'm just getting so incredibly tempted to buy GME Leaps. I don't know. I don't know if this is just like an emotional thing, and this is the exact like aspect of FOMO that people talk about of like, hey, when it gets going, like people get jacked up, and maybe, but also what if everything about this NFT marketplace comes truly to fruition and it just absolutely kicks ass, and like, what if the stock really does rip to kingdom come? On top of that, obviously I have stock, so I'm not going to miss the boat on it, but like to more than just double dip, to like triple, quadruple, quintuple dip, like a leap call, I don't know. I haven't done it yet, and I'll let you know, but I'm getting tempted. I really am getting a little tempted right now to see if something crazy might happen. It's just like this heightened sense of volatility. The fact that AMC and GME can both retain a roughly 15% gain when the SPY took a hit and went red. The small cap sector took a hit and went down by 1.5%, yet they're holding gains of 15-ish%. I don't know. Feels a little crazy to me. It's just people holding puts at the wrong time. Guarantee it. AMC, LFG. But it's weird because it's these nameless, faceless accounts who I get many people wanted to hide their own identity. I get that. But the ones who are doing that and are also slinging mud, I'm like, dude, you're like, something's going on in your life. Like, that's crazy. I'm directly connected to Ducks, patiently waiting for a little DD on RDBX. Fintel says there's 23 million shares shorted on a 20 million float. I could do it very, very quickly. To be completely honest, I haven't had like the time today. Today has been nuts to do a deeper dive into this, but I could look at what it is. RDBX, Redbox Entertainment. All right, RDBX. Let's pull this one up. The short interest, the shares on loan is just coming in at 1.37 million. I don't know where you're getting there's 23 million shares floated or shorted, because this is showing 1.37. Joel, where are you getting the 10 million number? Oh, wait, you said Fintel, RDBX. Let's see this. I just want the stock. No, I don't want these ads. No, thanks. Where's the stock? Just give me the stock. Give me the stock information. RDBX. Redbox. An acquisition letter. All right. I just want the breakdown. You know what I could do? I'll just do this. RDBX. We'll just switch the URL. All right. Where are you getting this number of 23 million? Right here. 23. Where did you find that number? Joel, I am having a tough time breaking down where you're getting this, so I don't know if I'll be of any help. Everything I'm seeing is a smaller number, less of a magnitude. That's short volume, but even that's low. I don't know where you're getting this. And I'm on the right one. Joel, you got to let me know so I could help out a little bit more. Short transactions. Nope, that doesn't really matter. Short interest, 31%. Webull says 165% owned by institutions. Wait, well, first of all, that's Webull. I would trust Webull as far as I could throw it, so that means nothing to me. But second, where are you getting the 23 million short? That's what I need to know. You said it was on Fintel. Where on Fintel can I find this 23 million number? Is what I am curious about. Curious. But Webull, literally any Webull means nothing to me. Nothing. Webull is a piece of shit brokerage. All right. Well, the SPY coming back to 446. AMC looking good. The thing I'm calling out is the high 23s. GME at this point, I'm calling out 160 if it can hold 140. How is Loopring looking? Loopring was having a pretty solid day, trading at $1.10. Cardano having a great day. Bitcoin trading above 42,000. Ethereum right at 3,000, a little bit under it. GME, AMC picking up, like I was saying a little bit ago. The break of 142.50 might lead to some explosive moves at the end of the day. Shout out, someone became a bot fighter. I appreciate that. What else do we have? What else do we have? I got onto Webull because of you last year. Okay, that's cool. And then we learned about Webull. And then you get off. This whole, I really don't get this. Brad, is that your name? Brad Russell, if that's your real name. What I don't get about this whole thing of like, I got onto Webull because of you. Okay. Literally everyone after Robinhood, think about what happened last year. Everyone got pissed off at Robinhood and it was just like an escape. And it was the first one everyone found. So we all just got on Webull. Okay, I get that. Did I promote it? Okay, yes. Then as soon as I figured out what was going on, was I the first one to get off? Yes. So as we're learning more about it, it's like, it's almost a sentiment that like, you're just every single thing you have to do, like always has to be right off the bat. Why not just like, okay, you make a mistake, you acknowledge your mistake, and then you fix it. Like at first, I mean, it's interesting that people are hung up on Webull when like, okay, how'd you get onto Robinhood? Who are you going to blame for getting onto Robinhood? Like, it's just, sometimes you don't know the whole story until you're into it, and then you learn the story, and then you just have to take a corrective measure. But Matt, nobody can change, ever. It feels like that. Yeah, Robinhood to Webull to public. So what is bad about it? A multitude of things, but the easiest one is payment for order flow. They're selling your order flow right to Citadel. You are not impacting price discovery the way you think you are, and you are, every single time you trade on Webull, you are benefiting Ken Griffin. Remember, Citadel Securities does not take a directional bet. Citadel, the hedge fund, does, but Citadel Securities, they're in the game of the more volume traded, the more money they make. Every time you see another million shares traded on AMC or GME, if it's going through Robinhood or Webull, Ken Griffin and Citadel Securities are becoming more wealthy. They are becoming more rich. In my opinion, and I guess it's just because I'm a very, very petty person, why would I want to benefit them at all? I blame Matt for the shorting of tulips. It's all your fault, Matt. You said tulip. I would never short tulips. Why hasn't Gary Gensler banned payment for order flow yet? Because it sounds like he doesn't have the political coverage necessary to actually push that through. This becoming a bot fighter. Wait, what are people saying to Brad now? Don't be mean to Brad. All right. AMC looking good. Trying to go for 22 again. And then, I mean, GME's also looking good right now. Weeble is kind of like your relationship advice. Always this first one to get off. Bazinga. Okay. Well, I also wanted to share another crazy story, and this is that nickel thing I was telling you about. Very, very similar to the whole GameStop situation. This is nuts, though. Where is it? How much does this guy tweet? A lot. Where's the nickel story? This whole nickel thing is just so ridiculous. Online disruptive session. Did I save it over here? Please tell me I did. No, of course I didn't. It's on Zero Hedge. I didn't realize that he tweets this much. So basically, they're saying what's going on the LME. Nickel, remember, is the thing that was short squeezing. I'll just go back to this so you can see the stock and we could talk about it. So on the London Metal Exchange, that's the exchange, and they are owned by a Hong Kong exchange. And there's this big Chinese player who is short nickel, and nickel squeezed, and on paper they had a loss of $8 billion. Well, they stopped the trading of it for a while. The London Metal Exchange did, and then they are attempting to reopen it, and things are still going so haywire. There's all this trading going on. Now they're at the point where the trading session ends and they're just invalidating all trades from the entire day. They're like, yeah, no, that didn't happen. So even if you're up, they're taking the money from you. If you're down, you're getting saved. But basically, they're just bailing out the rich Chinese billionaires that were short nickel. They're literally invalidating entire days of trading. They're basically just saying, no, that didn't happen. I think maybe even Dave Lauer was talking about it. It's just such a crazy story that this is happening right now in front of all of us. Where are we? Right here. Another day, another session of nickel limit up. Another attempt by the LME to bail out their friends. At some point, they have to realize this is futile. LME second ring session on March 23rd in nickel deemed a disruptive session, and all agreed trades null and void. All agreed trades null and void. As in all the trading that happened for nickel on the LME on March 23rd, they're just like, nah, didn't happen. Talk about bailing out their friends. This is crazy. That's absolutely insane. I don't think it's getting the same, media coverage that you would expect, just because it seems like a little bit more distant. And I think it's hard to really understand, okay, GameStop, most of us have been to a GameStop. We understand the impact of taking away the buy button. So it's a little bit more abstract, but it is literally just as sinister. They're invalidating entire days of trade. Nah, you didn't buy, you didn't sell. No. They're just basically doing it and then hitting the reset button if the market doesn't go the way they want it to go, and it's an exchange doing it. Do you know how, that's crazy. I don't know who, I feel like those people, as in whoever's running the LME, are taking the exact same crazy pills as these bot and shill accounts on Twitter. It's just all one big crazy pill party. AMC has no more shares to borrow. Most likely. I mean, we're at a utilization of 100%. How is this legal? I mean, it's written into the bylaws of the exchange. It's the terms of service. So when people sign up, they're saying they're giving the exchange the right to do it, and no one thinks to check until things go haywire. So it's kind of, in a weird way, similar to when we were all on Robinhood way back when, of people just saying, okay, we didn't know you could do it. It's well, technically, when you're signing the terms of service, you're giving them the right to do it. I use Weeble for memes and charting. My Twitter is aggravated trade, same DP. Joel, what's going on? Check out Dogecoin, Matt. Ripping like AMC. Doge is ripping? I mean, I'm still in Doge, so I wouldn't mind that in the slightest. It is not ripping like AMC. It is up 6%. It's up, which I like. I mean, I'm still in Doge, but it's not ripping like AMC or GME. Did you notice there was a 3-minute goals halt on GME today? No, I don't think there was. At what time? I mean, I've been watching it all day. I don't think there was a halt. What's LRC at? About $1.10, $1.13 right now. AMC, GME, looking like we might have a crazy power hour. I very much hope we do. GME froze on E-Trade, wasn't a halt. Yeah, so that's just like a brokerage problem. If you want a good stock trading brokerage, just get on public. No payment for order flow, no market makers. You're going to see some ding-dongs on Twitter be like, oh, it's OTC. They literally don't know what they're talking about. They don't. Like, there's so many people that say words that are somewhat right, but in like kind of a like strange order that like makes it nonsensical. And they just say it with such confidence that like, oh man, like OTC trade. And they're like, well, what do you mean by that? Like, it's strange what's going on right now. Outdoor Smile, shout out. I appreciate you becoming a bot fighter. Is public only for the US? Right now it is, yeah. Unfortunately, it is. If you're looking for a brokerage in the EU, my suggestion to you would be just be on one that you can directly route in order to like where you want it to be executed at. Matt, do you trade crypto on public? Not at all. I trade it on FTX. I also still have some crypto on Coinbase and Voyager. It's just like I really like how FTX's ecosystem is growing. GME was not halted today for whoever's saying that, but there was no halts today. I mean, I've literally been sitting here all day watching these stocks. There was no halt. Does public do options? No, but I actually think that's a good thing for most apes because most apes are new to the market, I would say. And we've actually done some polls about that. I don't think AMC and GME is a good way to get used to the world of options trading. On Trading 212 EU, we can now see how many of our shares are being lending out. My AMC shares are 96.8% lent out. Crazy, right? Yeah, and Trading 212 doesn't let you stop the lending, right? Heard AMC was halted, but didn't see evidence. I'm telling you, neither AMC nor GME were halted today. It's just not real. It's not actual news. I've watched pretty much every single minute bar of these today. There was no halts. Get ready for the rally music. I like that. I like where your head's at. Man, AMC and GME looking like we could have something a little bit crazy in the power hour. Let's get going with some music today. Hey, if you haven't already, help me out by hitting the like button. Let's get more people in here for power hour. It would be awesome if we could get up to like 1,000 likes. So that would be mucho appreciated, which means a lot of appreciated. Can we get some magnets? Of course we can. Well, let's do some rocket ships today. They worked well yesterday. And if it ain't broke, why fix it, you know? But let's also get the party going.
Show us the fucking money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them Tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
This ain't financial advice, just a little DD to help you think twice. We hold for each other, eyes on the prize. The new floor's 200,000 times 5. I joke, I kid, no, I don't know a damn thing. I'm as simple as Bubba trying to sell some damn shrimp. Can't spell IQ, can't even count to 10. And I eat crayons every day with my friends. I think about Kenny in his ivory tower, shaking in his lily boots as the apes overpower. Must suck to lose to monkeys, so dumb. But you made your bed and you got nowhere to run. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when he makes the prize fall. And he watching as we keep on more. You forgot we on the floor blind, 2 hours old. Lie, stop breaking the law. got you coming through. Through us monkeys on the moon, double-digit IQ, Tendy loving baboon. Right here we got more smoothies than a jumbo juice. Probably thought you coulda made us sell all the gooder. And hell, we maybe woulda, but we more zen than the Buddha. The floor, 6 figures ain't selling for less. You took on the ape nation and you're fucking with the best. We hold for each other, my sisters and my brothers, the fighters and the lovers. We don't need another fan because we huddle through hard times and struggle, cause we just a couple of dummies in the rubble.
Show us the fucking money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them Tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
Oh brother, oh brother, oh brother, oh brother, oh brother. We're getting the music going. It must be tough to be the Citadel intern today. This is just nuts how this stuff comes out of nowhere. But remember, and this is important, and maybe this is something that wasn't so, I guess, so apparent in the last time of excitement. There's so much more to the market than AMC and GME. There's so much more manipulation. There's so much more money-making opportunity. I am here 100%, and I don't really care if this pisses some of you off. I'm here for what's moving in the market. I'm here for the interesting market stories. Right now, that includes AMC and GME, and they will always, always hold a dear place in my heart, without a doubt. And I would love to make money on them, and I would love to use them as a story to improve the market around us. But I am not beholden exclusively to AMC and GME. I will not, for the remainder of my career, follow AMC and GME. Please, please, please only hit that subscribe button if you care more than just AMC and GME. I love them. I love them. I love them. And I hope they make me a lot of money. And right now, it seems like they might. But this is about what's going on in the market. This is about becoming a better trader. This is about becoming a better investor. This is about fashion advice and real estate or real relationship advice. I can't give you real estate advice. I don't know anything about it. But we're here just to talk about the market in a general sense, the stock market, the crypto market, all of it, just the craziness of markets. This is not an AMC GME channel. Those channels out there, they exist. They will not be around. They're going to end up crashing and burning. For me, I've been trading for a decade. I love this stuff. And I didn't just start trading with AMC and GME. I'm not going to end it with just trading with AMC and GME. That doesn't really make sense. There's always going to be more insanity in the market, more money-making opportunity, and more things to learn about the market. So with it, I just want everyone to know, if you're new, especially this, I love them. It looks like they're about to go crazy and make us some money. But please, please only join up with this group, the Moon Gang, a community that I've grown to love more and more each day, if you actually care about more than just this. Did I end up getting into IMPP? No, because I have exposure through USO to the oil world right now. What? IMPP just popped out of nowhere. Congratulations to everyone in it. All right, AMC. Broke 22. I mean, I'm telling you, my next, I guess, I'm stoked, but this isn't a big breakout. The next big level is, I think, the high 23s. I don't see much stopping it for more than $1. We're on cruise control right now. Let's just keep going. ApeCoin is at a 3 billion market cap. Baby ApeCoin, Babe, is only at 2.6. It's almost 100x from here. If it does 1/4 of ApeCoin MC, that's 300. Yeah, but we've seen all these babies of other coins that we're running, and usually they're just pump and dumps. So there's no way I would touch it. Matt, I've missed out on a lot, but why is the market so green, and why is AMC and GME skyrocketed? So there, in terms of AMC, there really hasn't been too much news, fundamental developments, but there has for GME. Some people will be citing the HYMC thing. That particular deal, I don't find it that exciting, that stock, HYMC. I'm not going to be investing in it just because there's a lot of dilution going on. When it happened, it was a $100 million company, and then when the announcement made the partnership between AMC and HYMC, they announced a $500 million dilution. I'm not going to buy a stock that I know is actively being diluted. It just doesn't make that much sense to me. But in terms of GME, they had their earnings announcement last week. And then fast forward to this week, all of a sudden, Ryan Cohen's buying 100,000 more shares. So now his total ownership is 9.1 million shares of GME. And they released the beta for the NFT marketplace. And it looks like we're going to be like fully ripping with that by like June of this year. So there's some exciting things going on with GME. And then similar to what we saw in January of 2021, GME is kind of like the OG, like granddaddy of all these quote unquote meme stocks, at least as media would refer to it. And it seems like these other ones kind of follow it. We have seen points of over the past year where AMC kind of led other stocks, such as in June, but this time around, it really does seem like GME's leading the way. Carson, stop. Cohen bought 10 million more today. Was that reported? I was looking for that. He bought 10 million yesterday, and maybe people are late to reporting it, but I was looking at the SEC filings, and that was yesterday. But I mean, potato. Yeah, right here. He bought another, he went from 9 million to 9.1 million. So that was yesterday on March 22nd. I didn't see a new SEC filing. There's probably people reporting it today, like just a little bit late. Right here, the SPY battling it out at that 200-day moving average. OG GME is the Bitcoin of meme stocks. Very much feels like that. Very, very much feels like that. I'm just so, I don't know. The future of GME as a company really is drastically improving in like a verifiable way with this NFT marketplace. If they execute it well, I mean, it could like really redesign the entire company. Hashtag where's Raul? What happened? Why dip hard? Why did what dip hard? AMC's up 19%, GME's up 16%. That's not a, they're both green. Remember, don't get too crazy with like a short time frame. Like you got, if you're watching like a minute to minute chart, you're going to drive yourself nuts. I think it's easier to watch the bigger time frames, like the half hour, the daily chart, a minute to minute. You can't see like 3 back-to-back red bars and be like, this is manipulation. That's just not how it works. That's not like 3 minutes of redness when you're gaining on the day. That's no need to call for manipulation. IMPP is just going crazy as crude oil is battling at 115. 115 on crude oil is a very important level. For anyone else who's playing oil right now, this is actually, let me show you on the 4-hour chart. Look at this. Rejection, support, rejection, right where we're at. Crude oil is at a key level. This is equivalent to like GameStop at 160 or AMC at 24. A very, very incredibly important level. If oil can push this, I think it'll quickly go to 120. And then after 120, I would be watching 126. GME. Let's see how we close this out. Can I look at gold? Happily. Gold's been taking a little bit of a breather recently. GC. Well, if I type it in right, I got to go over to the futures. All right, gold. So it ripped all the way up to over $2,000 an ounce. Took a breather. Now we have lower highs, higher lows, but it does look like it's trying to break out. I would say this is a trend line breakout, and I would look for gold in the short term to push to 1,960. After that, I would watch 1,980. IMPP. How many of you are in IMPP right now? I have no position in it, but that's just crazy. Like, is there news on it or something? There has to be something. IMPP. Let's see what's going on. Sold. IMPP volume. Watching in Power Hour. IMPP. I'm not really seeing a piece of news, but the numbers on IMPP are pretty crazy. Let me just show you what I mean. 33.1% short interest, a cost to borrow of 237%, a utilization of 100%. It's on the threshold list and it's in the oil petroleum world. IMPP, and I've said this, the same thing with INDO, it is a powder keg. And oil ripping is the thing that will like put a match near the powder keg. IMPP, INDO can do crazy, crazy stuff if you're looking at their basic metrics. Like this thing, it could really, really go. And I'm saying that as a person with no skin in that particular fight with IMPP or INDO. But if you're just looking at the numbers and also realizing the industry that it's in, it's the people who are shorting those two stocks right now are really, really playing with fire. Really playing with fire. Hey, Mart, are we going to the effing moon? I very much hope so. It has that kind of vibe, but right now people on IMPP, they're on some sort of a rocket ship. That's nuts. Oh, they closed a stock offering. See, this is kind of something when you announce an at the market offering, usually you get hit a bit, but then when you complete it, there's a bullish break. Why is 22 hard to break? Because people are probably selling at 22. Just dropped 80 shares into it like an idiot. Let's chase. Hey, Matt, I hope you crush it. I hope you, like I said, if they completed their at the market offering and then oil rips and it's at that breakout level right now of 115, if it can hold 115, I think it's easy sailing all the way up to 120. And then from there, I'm watching 126. And personally, for me, with my USO calls, I need oil to go like considerably higher. Now we see some people chasing IMPP. I would very much wish that you guys didn't chase. Very much wish it. All right, let's see what some of the whales are doing. AMD, call. USO, call. All right, we're getting some of them USO calls. Let's go for a little bit of confirmation bias. All right, what do we have here? Okay, they do it per day. Call premium. The calls are dominant. Interesting. What else do we have on this? Bullish premium, bearish premium. Is the bullish premium picking up? Total open interest took a little bit of a hit. How do I like... There's no way to zoom in. This is like way too much. They need to make this so you can zoom in a bit more. Price is going up. And so is the bullish premium in the past couple days. Well, that's enough confirmation bias for me. I'm happy. AMC and GME taking a little bit of a dip. AMC tried to get a breakout there and then it got smacked pretty brutally. And then GME also was looking strong and got smacked. All right, but we're about to start power hour. I mean, we still have 60 minutes of trading. It ain't over until the fat lady sings. Wait, what did Steven say? Someone said what Steven said. The tax reproduction of, yeah, that they pay the tax. I'm well aware. You get billed for taxes, but also, Steven, I don't have USO stock. I have USO calls. Like, so I'm playing the derivatives market on USO. Power hour. Dingity ding ding ding. The start of power hour. I think after hours is going to go crazy just like yesterday. Who knows? I hope it does. Kramer posted, someone said, is he mad at us again? Kramer. Remember, no profit taking in AMC or GME allowed. You will ruin it for everybody. That's pretty funny. Obviously, he's saying it as a petty type of a thing. I understand he's being petty, but I also want to share my opinion on this, that you take profits when you want to take profits. Like, he is, in this particular instance, in my opinion, throwing a jab at some of the people in this community that I actually don't agree with. You're in this to protect you and your family. You're in this for your money and your family's money. So if you have a particular goal, when you're like, hey, if it gets here, I could pay off my student debt. Hey, if it gets here, I can buy myself a house. Hey, if it gets here, I can put food on my table for the next week. You don't listen to these people who are trying to like cyber bully you into something. If you've done your DD and you're like, hey, I think I'm looking at this, this, and this, and I feel comfortable with this type of trading, you follow your plan, not the internet's plan. Crim Jamer is the real goat. Crim Jamer. Did someone make like a funny account? Crim Jamer. What else is going on? What else is going on? What if tonight on Mad Money CNBC? What's going on in the world? Agreement on Iran deal is neither imminent nor certain. Probably deals with like gas prices, well, really oil prices. Russian communications regulator has blocked Google News. Google News, U.S. crude oil futures settle at $114.93 a barrel. We've got to pump them numbers up. Biden will address media after meetings in Europe. U.S. feels good on Ukraine air defense progress. NATO members will discuss immediate need to shore up on rotational basis. Okay. Russia's proposal on Iran talks was not accepted. Well, these Iran talks not looking good. No sign of China sending military aid to Russia. All right. Nothing too nuts that I think would impact the things we're kind of paying attention to. All right. A little bit of a poppity pop, pop, pop. A little bit of a poppity pop, pop, pop. Oh, brother. We going to get that power hour? Wow. IMPP squeezing. No. They closed their offering. It was like a fundamental development. It could squeeze, though. It definitely has some interesting underlying metrics. The more and more I think about it, if I'm being honest with you, and this is maybe me mentally on my own tilt, the more and more I think about it, I just get so enticed by GME. More and more enticed on this concept of YOLO call options. It's a danger, but boy, oh boy, is it fun. Hey, Mart. Hey, Mart. Matt, give us the TLDR on Trey. Wait, did something happen to Trey? Is everything okay? The TLDR on Trey. I don't know what that means. I hope everything's... Hang on, now I'm going to Twitter. I have no TLDR to give. It sounds like you guys need to give me the TLDR. Thoughts on ApeCoin? I mean, I'm in it. I have a small amount. The owners of Bored Ape Yacht Club and now Meebits and now CryptoPunks just got like a huge funding. They were valued at like $4 billion. I feel way more comfortable about the likes of like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I have a little skin in the game just in case something goes crazy with it. What's going on with Trey? I don't know. Why are people... I feel like people need to tell me what's going on. Now I'm lost. Yeah, I don't see any... I don't think there is anything going on. He did just tweet, how about instead of bullying AMC GME investors like a little bitch, you just talked with one of them like a normal person? He seems all good to me. He just called Kramer a little bitch. Pretty funny. All right. Well, looks like the hedgies are on to us, folks. And we're going to have to do a little bit of a different action to get some greenness in this power hour. And luckily, I came fully prepared. More than prepared, some would say. Oh, brother. They want to fight dirty? I'll fight dirty. They think they know how to fight against rockets? Well, what happens if we switch it up on them? You know, I'm not even going to mess around with small magnets. We're going to start right at medium-sized magnets. They're going to play dirty. We're going to play dirty. They can have as many synthetics as they want, but boy, oh boy, do they not have magnets on their charts. Today, I learned that the average net worth of a 30-year-old in the U.S. is minus $1,000. I've never been so happy not to be average. At 37, my net worth is minus $142,000. Someone's asking about Mullen, down 4% on the day. What was your question? Is consolidating very healthy? Wait, what is the true short interest on Mullen? That's actually kind of tough to answer when you're saying true short interest. I don't know if that's known because we don't know how many warrants have been executed upon, so we don't know the current float. Made 140% on AMC calls today, pulled out my profit and my initial investment, let one runner. Congratulations. That is so, so cool. I'm stoked for anyone making money, and I'll be the guy who tells you, I don't care what you do with your money. If you want to buy AMC or GME or Cheetos or Sangria or a duck shirt or whatever, I don't care. Have at it. It's your money. Seriously, massive congratulations. Buffalo Mike, this is COD. Yeah, this is the new version of Call of Duty. Bought my AMC calls back, then sold more for $24.50. Oh, brother. Where do you buy options? Thinkorswim. And also, I post all my option trades on locals. So if you want my option trades, or if you want to post yours and share them with a cool group of cool people, it's all on mattcohrs.locals.com. Actually, what did I just post on this? mattcohrs.locals.com. What was the last thing? I gave a spy signal, like about the spy, like not me spying, like not like I'm being paid to do espionage for a country. Right here, SPY update. This was about an hour ago. 200 moving average, simple moving average, 446 not holding. Bearish in the short term until recapture. And hey, that's holding true. What did I post this morning? 323 watch list. SPY's reaction to 446, the 200 moving average. Oil showing strength. It is trading at 115. And obviously AMC and GME. And I posted that before the market opened. And then as you can see, other people are posting what they're trading and what they're doing. Pretty cool community, but it's called Locals. I found that it's a little bit more accessible to use than something like Discord, just because, like, similar to those threads, you can come back and track it. Here, I'll post that in chat. And then if you're on Rumble, it's easy to find. And here, I'll give it to you guys in Twitch as well. What's the current DD on AMC? I'm not really sure what that means. The DD is the same. The DD hasn't really been changing. I would say recently the DD on GameStop has been changing because you could do like theoretical breakdowns of the fundamental value of an NFT marketplace. But the DD on AMC, it's done. There's not really much more DD to be done. Ape movement moving back into the headlines roughly exactly a year later. A year and a little bit of change. Power hour. All right, we have about 50 minutes to go. I guess the magnets are taking a little bit of time to turn on, but hey, that's expected. Sometimes magnets aren't your best workers. If you sell all but one share of stock and buy back in, would you get hit with the wash sale? To my understanding, yes. Who is even selling? Someone out there. I mean, you just have to look at the volume. Volume on GME's 22.6 million shares. As in 22.6 million shares were bought, as in 22.6 million shares were sold. It happened simultaneously. On AMC, 153 million shares were bought and 153 million shares were sold. Now, it could be the same shares, like picture like a group of 1 million, like a block of 1 million shares. You and I could trade those back and forth, and then the volume would get jacked up to 153 million. But this concept of like no one selling, it's more of like, I guess just like a hype thing for the retail. It means that like people are trying to say that apes aren't selling. They're trying to say that, hey, the apes still have diamond hands. But to say that, like to think that it's like technically true or like very specifically true, well, look at the volume and you know how many shares were bought and sold in the same day. Are they all unique shares? Probably not. It's probably high frequency traders like bouncing some shares back and forth. Like it could be the exact same share that's just like a tennis match, just ping ponging. That's probably a good portion of it. And maybe some of them are block trades. Maybe some of them are retail. Maybe some of them are hedge funds. Maybe some of them, like yesterday, are Ryan Cohen buying 100,000. It's a big combination of all of it. Uh-oh, I got a text. My completely real girlfriend's probably angry at me. I got us a tour of that place you like. Different unit, same building. Hey, that's a piece of positive news. A little piece of positive news. Day traders buy and sell over and over. Yeah, day traders are doing it. Well, a lot. What's the last time I checked this metric, and I'm not saying it's specific to AMC and GME, I'm saying for the market at large. About 70% of trading volume in the entire market on a daily basis is from high frequency traders. 70%. That's huge. So when I say, if you've never heard of a high frequency trader, also known as an HFT, it's basically these like liquidity provider trading algorithms that are in and out of a position literally before you could blink your eyes. Like they'll buy 1,000 shares here, they see that a whale's coming in and they quickly sell 1,000. But this is, we're talking portions of a second. But overall, if you're looking at market volume, roughly 60 to 70%, some days upwards to 70%, is attributed to high frequency trading, not hedge funds, not retail, not big banks. A majority of trading is now done by high frequency trading. Can you give the magnet some push or pull upward with a little rocket? It seems like we might need something. I don't know. Let's give the blue magnets, the medium-sized blue magnets, a little bit more of a time to do their thing, but we might have to switch it up. How do I get in on a high-frequency trader? You'd have to work for one of them, which means you'd have to have like a PhD in some sort of STEM-related field, most likely. Hope AMC Moon so I can buy a real doll girlfriend like you. Like you. What voice did you give her? I'm just going to go with Fran Drescher. That vocal fry is next level. Allegedly a real girlfriend. Matt, thoughts on 9 over the past couple of weeks, please? 9 Energy? Is this another oil field? So another oil play. Kind of actually looks like INDO or IMPP. Basically, your risk at this point is 242, and you're looking for the breakout at 334. But it looks like it's going to be associated with the run up in oil, which is getting spicy as we get. Oil might be doing its own thing. I hope oil squeezes. I really do. Well, is that like a dick thing to say? 100%. If oil squeezes, it's going to suck for everyone. Your gas bills will go up. Everything related to energy is going to go up. And all of a sudden, you're going to have people like the Fed, like Biden, like Kamala Harris, like all of them. Everyone's going to be like, you know why inflation's bad right now? It's because of that Kohrs kid. He was long on oil. It will suck. But am I that selfish and petty to say, hey, let's screw over the entire world so I can make some money on this trade? 100%. If me crushing this USO trade relates to everyone paying more at the pump, like on the entire planet, and like I'm just the known one who benefited off of it, oh, sign me up. Sign me up again and again and again. Do it. They're going to be like, look at inflation. It's high and it's because of this kid. And then it's me. And it's just like in my duck shirt. And he's like, he made money off oil. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Sign me up twice. I only want stocks to squeeze. I want oil to squeeze. I want it. I want everything to squeeze. Can we just get a whole market squeeze? Everything to go up? Do you have any option positions for AMC or GME? I do not. No. I do have, you can see my stock position on public, but as of now, no options. Felt like a little bit chasey. Oh, here we go. Someone said ladder attack, just trying to trigger me. That really, this whole thing has been like a crazy human psychology experiment. And the ladder attack is still one that is just like fascinating. Everyone just saw one post on Reddit and then they're like, we're going to regurgitate that. And it was regurgitated so much that everyone's like, it has to be real. Like, I'm not kidding. If you search ladder attack, the only Google hit is going to be a Reddit post. There's like no actual finance book, financial media. There's nothing. There is no documentation whatsoever about a ladder attack than just Reddit. And everyone's like, no, it's real. I read it on Reddit. Is it possible just to live off dividends if you have a big enough account? Yeah. Brennan. What do we have? Oil picking up. You know what's being ladder attacked right now? Speaking of ladder attacks, is oil. And do you know how easy it is for oil, literally called black gold, to get lost in dark pools? If I lose money on this oil trade, I want everyone to know. Is it because I'm a bad trader? Well, I'm a bad trader, but that's not why I lost money on that trade. If I lose on oil, it is exclusively because of ladder attacks and really dark pools. We're talking oil, which is very dark in nature, and then dark pools. If I lose, it's not my fault. Greta Thunberg wants an interview. Did you hear that Robinhood have disabled instant deposits now, and there is a 4 to 6 day wait time? What a sneaky way to suppress new buyer FOMO from the public who won't know to use another broker. That is pretty sus. We're only up 13% on AMC. This must be manipulation. What's going on, Adrian? Dude, ladder attacks are real. I left my ladder out last month. I went to use it and a wasp had built a nest. I sure got ladder attacked. What are your thoughts on OP paying a dividend? Marine shipping. Is it paying a dividend? Is it not? Is it? This looks like just like an awful. It just started trading. It ripped. It sold off. I don't think they're going to be. I don't even have to guess, but I'm assuming this company is not profitable. Oh, look at that. They are not profitable. The chance of this company paying in a dividend is slim to freaking none. I got ladder attacked by my attic once. Ladder attacks are real. They just are called wash sales. Wash sales deal with taxes, though. That's different. I have 36. Someone tell me what to buy. You have $36. You could at least get like 10 boxes of Cheez-Its with that. Easy investment. You have to pay taxes on ladders. Hey, Matt, thoughts on ApeCoin? I bought some just to see if it gets the fervor of the crypto community. I'll ride it, but it wasn't a big position. It's actually, in fact, not even 1% of my crypto portfolio. So a little baby, but I'm ready for it to ride. What's the ticker for oil? There are many tickers that would, in one way or another, be correlated with the ticker CL, which is crude oil. So you could look at USO, you could look at OXY, you could look at something like Exxon, like companies, or Exxon, or what's it, CVR? Wait, what's Chevron? CVR, I think. Nope. Chevron. CVX is Chevron. Chevron is ripping today. Chevron. Wow. Wait, is Exxon doing the same thing? No. OXY? Is that doing this? No. You guys, CVX. You see what Chevron's doing? Holy guacamole, Batman. Chevron taking its pre-workout a little bit late in the session today. Oh, Matt loves marine shipping. I have a dark pool in my driveway right where I park my 73 Chevy. The only thing worse than a ladder attack is a shoots attack. Throws ladder through basement ceiling. Take that, Pappy. All right, it's time for someone to turn on these magnets. I paid big money for these blue magnets. What's going on? If you want to know my favorite oil plays, boy, oh boy, do I have a video for you. How do I find me, like my channel? Videos. Luckily for you folks, I made a video. My top 3 oil picks. Well, now that oil is back over $100 a barrel, and you've already been paying an arm and a leg just to fill up your car, you might be thinking, is there some sort of investment that I can make to help offset the increase in energy-related bills? I want to talk about 3 stocks that at least I'm intrigued in that might answer your question. Number 1 is Chevron. I know you've heard of it, ticker symbol CVX, similar to ExxonMobil, but the reason I like this one a bit more is just because of what it's doing to fix its balance sheet, to improve it, and also its work in the world of renewable energies. Number 2 is Devon Energy, ticker symbol DVX. I really like this one because it has a sky-high dividend payment of almost 7%. And number 3, I need to pause that from this ugly-looking kid. Devon Energy has a variable yield in terms of its dividend. So depending on what's going on that quarter, you can actually get more. So it's like a percentage thing. So they have a base and then you get like kind of a kicker on top of it. Devon is a good one. If you're like a dividend player, which means you're kind of a longer term player, but if you think energy is going to go higher and higher, DVN is definitely one like worthwhile to look into. OXY, Occidental Petroleum. And this one, our boy Warren Buffett just bought up almost 15% of the company within the past 2 weeks. We're talking about $15 billion. And I do not mind riding along with this whale. Well, now that oil is... Well, that one's done. How do I get out of this? AMC, what were the other shorts? Guess who's back on their bullshit? Me. That close up. Maybe you weren't listening. Maybe you were only listening and like you didn't see like the visuals of this, but like I'm on my bullshit. Just to clarify. You know what else is on their bullshit? The market. The market's green. The market's ripping. Bottom left, top right type of action. What a call out. This was made days ago. Not only the market is on its bullshit. Not only in the equity sphere, but the option. If everything's green, you just buy and you let it rip. Are we back to this crazy hodl style type of a thing where it's just like up and away? All right. I'm not saying I manipulate the market, but I am saying that was posted 3 days ago. Guess who's back on their bullshit? I said I'm back on my bullshit. And then, hang on, stick with me. We're going to do a little bit of live DD. What is today? Today is like Tuesday or something, right? Tuesday, maybe? This live DD session is not going as well as I thought it would. Okay. So, how many days ago was this? This was streamed on March 20th. So this also happened not that long ago. Right here, date, March 20th. I unveiled a new shirt. Boom. Look at that. So, you're telling me that back to back, we get evidence. Guess who's back? NASA shirt back on their bull. Someone's back on their bullshit, and then boom, right away, a new shirt, which I like to think represents the dichotomy between the haves and the have-nots. Very stylish duck shirt. And then all of a sudden, we're seeing this in the market. We're seeing everything start to rip. We're seeing AMC and GME go bonkers. I'm just throwing out some facts. I don't know. You could take it however you want. You could take it however you want. That type of DD, that's not something you're going to find written up on Reddit. That type of DD you can only find in the depths of a dark pool. Just some fact, man. I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm just looking at facts, and you can interpret it however you want. IMPP's ripping again. I am Pepe. It is ripping again, along with CVX here. Can I put Mullen on my board? Mullen's right here, but it's down 12 cents on the day. The haves and the more haves. Did we discuss IMPP? Kind of. We said, whoa, that's up a lot. That's up 24%. IMPP, you are PP, we are PP. You kind of want to say it with a little bit of a French accent. You veux du café, un pepe, un IMPP, imp, an impy, an impy. They really should have thought of a better ticker symbol. Un pepe, un pepe, por favor. It's kind of like, would you like a Bordeaux, like a 98 Bordeaux? Would you care for an IMPP increase of 24%? Do I have TA on IMPP? Ooh, Gapville. Gap Daddy calling out at Gapville. Yeah, 225. Bada bing, bada boom. And then 283. 225, 283. Easy Gapville play. Easy peasy lemon squeezies. And then after that, you have a Gapville up to 473. Bada bing, bada boom. You know, I wish I saved it, but shit, where is it? I probably blocked the guy. Why do I do this? I get too block happy. And there's some things that I just think are so funny and I want to share it with you. Where was it? Can I look at my... I think I blocked them. Hang on. Let me just see if I could find my mentions. It was a good one. Nope. That's not there. Oh, I wish I could find it. Well, you're going to just have to trust me as the data source on this one, but someone exposed me. Oh man, I was exposed. Matt Kohrs was exposed. You might be sitting there shocked, aghast. You might be there swirling in your own emotional tornado right now. What? Matt Kohrs? The guy I've trusted with my life? The boyfriend to my wife? The godfather of my child was exposed? Say it ain't so. What did he do? I understand. We've all gone through that. We've all been there before. And this was quite the hit piece. Aspect evidence. Jury, let me present you with evidence number 1. Matt Kohrs accepts super chats. Boom! Exposed. Yes. I have received Snapchats. That is true. I don't really know how it relates to me being exposed, but that was evidence number 1 in this particular trial. So if you guys don't want me to be the godfather of your children anymore, I understand, but I'm also not going to stop accepting super chats, because even if I wanted to at this point, I just don't like the fact that people are telling me to do it. This concept of like kneeling to the crowd of like, we said you have to do this. It makes me want to do it even more. So, okay, whatever. That's evidence number 1, jury, if that's what you really are. Evidence number 2, I would like to present to the council of our case against Matt Kohrs, if that is his real name, because we found evidence that his legal name is actually Matthew. And if he's lying to you about his actual name, what else is he lying to you about? Just food for thought. Food for thought. We found evidence that Matt is not his real name. Suspect, to say the least. That's not even evidence number 2. That's just something that they arbitrarily said. Evidence number 2 is the fact that even though he's never claimed to be a professional trader, there's no evidence that he is a professional trader. And in fact, if we take this particular line of reasoning, he's never claimed to be a lion tamer, and there is no evidence of him being a lion tamer. He's also never, ever claimed to be able to properly drive a submarine, and we have found no evidence of his submarine driving capabilities. And in fact, if we want to take it even further, we have found absolutely zero evidence that he has any idea how to properly traverse a zero gravity landscape. And you might be saying, but has he ever said he is an astronaut or went to astronaut schooling? No, he hasn't. But by all of this, I don't know really where I'm going with this bit. The fact that people think I'm a professional trader is the craziest thing ever. So that is evidence number 2, jury, if that is your real name. Evidence number 3, someone did this. Someone went to my LinkedIn and they're like, oh my God, look at his interests. And then they just saw like arbitrarily like the network that I was connected to on LinkedIn. And they're like, look at this. You were hedge fund proofing. The tinfoil hat in this community is so freaking tight. They're like, look at his interests. He has an interest in a financial recruiting company, when we already know that he was a computer science major who was getting a master's degree in statistics. Why in the world would he have an interest in this recruiting company? Oh, man. Patricia, here we go again, Matt. Take my damn money. So that is the evidence we have against Matt Kohrs, which I'd like to remind the court is not his real name. And I'll let you guys all deliberate on whatever his punishment is, but I would say it's 50 years on top of life for all this astounding case we have against him. The internet's crazy. The internet is just so obviously It's just not real, man. It's not healthy, but it's definitely not freaking real. I agree. Matt be taking edibles. I am stone cold sober right now. I'm on caffeine, which I guess some people would consider to say not sober, but I've had a lot of cappuccinos. When would I have had I've been with you all day. Like, did you think I like secretly paused this and like ate an edible? Like, when would that have occurred? It's a school night. It's Wednesday. Say stone cold sober. Stone cold. Cold stone. It's because I love ice cream. Big fan of ice cream. Big supporter of Cold Stone Creamery. That's the bottom line, because Matt Kohrs said, oh, brother, IMPP is ripping right now. Ripping. I wish hang on. This is worth, how much time? Oh, we have 20 minutes. This is the beauty of starting the late streams earlier, is I have a ton of free time. Now, can I just see my own mentions or something? How do you do this? Where? I'm going to have to go way back. The bots are out in full force today. Whoa. All right. Finra is asking for commentary and some stuff. Is there a way to like search a person and then like find it? All right. Twitter. I'll just Google this. Twitter, Matt Kohrs exposed. Hello? Must include exposed. Maybe it's just exposed? No. And what's exposed, Matt Kohrs? I was excited to get canceled. I guess it's not going to happen today. I wish I could search this. I was excited. I guess not. My apologies. I know you guys got all excited about it. IMPP is the gift that keeps on giving. Look at this thing. Hey, look at that thing. It's just ripping. All right. Chevron not having as much fun as it was. Remember the SPY 446 key level, not holding that. It's technically a little bit higher. More like the high right here. It back tested the 200-day. Now it's coming down a little bit. But the magnets finally turned on AMC and GME. So we can stop freaking out about that one. What happened to it? It announced that they completed their offering, I believe. Let me double check that for you. Latest, top. What do we have here? Like if you're happy. I like when you search things on like Twitter, like finance Twitter, it's all, everyone just jacked up. And like the actual news is like hard to find. Imperial Petroleum announces closing of upsized 60 million underwritten public offering. Announced today the closing of an upsized underwritten public offering of 37.5 million units at a price of $1.60 per unit. Each unit consisted of one common share and one Class B warrant to purchase one common share and immediately separated upon issuance. In addition, the company granted an underwritten or 40-day option to purchase up to an additional 5.6 million common shares or preferred warrants or 5.6 Class B warrants. The gross proceeds of the offering to the company before underwriting discounts and commissions, an estimated offering, were approximately $60 million. So they basically did an offering and raised $60 million in capital from it. And that got announced at probably right when this started ripping of 2:45. The news came out at 12:52. Huh? 12:52. Wednesday, March 23rd, 12:52. If it came out here, why is the reaction so late? That's weird. Oh, hey, that's weird. Oh, hey, that makes no sense. Remember, no profit taking on AMC or Jamie allowed. You will ruin it for everybody. Did you take profit on the Elizabeth Holmes scam she ran? Why would we even take profit on thriving, poorly managed long-term investment? Savage. I've been watching the biopic on Elizabeth Holmes. It's on Elizabeth Holmes is the woman who ran the scam Theranos, and they did a biopic it's on Hulu. It's actually very, very interesting. AG Crutchley. Well, no notification. I am late. All right, folks. I'll leave it to all of you crazies. Should we permanently ban AG Crutchley for being late? It's all up to you. AG, your life is in the balance of your fellow viewers. Had to check your LinkedIn profile. It says you're an Eagle Scout. Tell us about your project. There should be a story there. Photo in your uniform. I don't think I have a photo, but my project, yeah, I am an Eagle Scout. And it just means that I'm really good at tying knots. And I am really good at tying knots. So if any of you ever need not only in like relationship advice, but I could give you actually very solid knot advice. Certain scenarios, like I can't really talk about the quality of like twine or rope, but I could definitely tell you about tying some knots. My project was to build like a front deck with like an overhang and a side porch for my local library in the town that I grew up. It was like really decrepit and messed up. So we basically deconstructed all of that and then rebuilt it and like sanded it and painted it. But it was all about like this library. And what's really cool about it is I had a library book that was overdue and I owed like $6 in overdue fines. And then I gave it to them when I was done with the project and they're like, this is overdue. I was like, how much do I owe you? They're like, $6. And they're like, but aren't you the kid that just built us the deck and the porch? I was like, yeah. And they're like, you don't have to pay that. And it is a little bit suspect. Some people say you shouldn't be doing your Eagle Scout projects for like profit, but I got away without having to pay a library fine. Half hitch? I only do full hitches. I'm not going to do anything halfway in my life. All right, so are we going to ban that guy? Where's AG? Is he hiding from us now? I'll find him. AG, guys, don't worry. I'm not going to miss AG. He can hide as much as he wants, but I see all. I'll find him. That's a scam. Say sorry. Keep him. It's for good karma. No ban. Man, it sounds like this AEG character is well liked by the community. I'm here, LOL, working. See, he's not hiding. He's not hiding. He's just at work. Apparently, he has better things to do than hear me go on about crazy stuff. I'm late too. Air Justin. What is going on with all this dissent? I feel like a substitute teacher who's just not being respected. Everyone's late to stream today. Matt, get a baby Matt Kohrs picture tattooed on your arm. I was an ugly baby. Not that that's much different. Like I'm an ugly person, but I was also additionally, like, I wasn't one of those like ugly ducklings. Like, it wasn't one of those reverse things where you're like a baby duck and then you grow up to be an ugly duckling. It was just always like ugly straight across the board. Typical Eagle Scout officers always think they're above the law. Fun fact about me, my parents, when I was born, were not in the financial situation to continually buy me the new snow gear that I needed as I was a toddler infant. So I got hand-me-downs, which is very, very normal for many, many families. Like, that's just common. They're like, well, why would I like rebuy all this like seasonal gear for my kid when like they already have an older sibling, which is great. The only issue with that in my particular scenario is my older sibling is a sister. So all of her winter snow gear is like vibrant pink and purple. So whenever you look at any pictures of me growing up, like sub age, like 4 or 5, if it's in the winter, I'm in just the most vibrant girl snow gear. And it's like wild. Like, and I started skiing really early because my dad was a ski patrolman. So even like my ski pictures, like there would be like pictures of me like bombing down a mountain, but I was like a pink blur or like a purple blur because I just got all my sister's like snow gear stuff. Crazy times. Crazy times. I'm as late as Matthew's real girlfriend's next time. Boom goes the dynamite. Robbie. Pixar didn't happen. I don't know. I could ask my mom to send them somewhere. I was something, that's for sure. Definitely something. I don't know if, I'm sure they have to be somewhere on the internet. Loading. Photos. No. I thought there were some on here. I guess my mom just never learned how to properly tag on Facebook. Not my fault. Blame the lady who also simultaneously does not know how to use an HDMI cable. I'll find one for you. We'll use that as a treat for all the people. Oh, someone found it. Oh, this is so perfect. How do I bring this up? How do I bring this up? Someone knew exactly what was going on and they found my exposure. Where is it? Wait, did they already delete it? Oh, wait, did their account get deleted? 4 hours ago. How long ago did... This guy tweets a lot. Here we go. Okay, time to expose Matt Kohrs. His page is filled with interests from hedge fund firms and a lot of deep secrets. Ba ba ba. Hey, look it, the magnets are working. Quotes, super chats, Weeble referral links, public OTC over the counter, AMC NFT never found. Isn't that one of the funniest things? I was like one of the first people making a video on how to. This is fascinating. On how to get your AMC NFT, and then there's like thousands of people who believe I don't have it, even though I have a video showing it. This is so cool. I've never been exposed before. Here it is. Okay, time to expose Matt Kohrs, not his real name. We have evidence suggesting that it's Matthew Kohrs. His page is filled with interest, even if he does maybe like them or not like them. His page is filled with interest for hedge funds. You can tell that's important because it's capitalized. And a lot of deep secrets. This is kind of like, picture, like, it's a good mystery with a it's kind of like, picture The Big Short, but like, it's also a big mystery. It's kind of like Big Short meets Shutter Island meets like a little flavor of Nicholas Sparks. I would say that's like the movie right here. Deep secrets. Super chats, all capitals, so you know it's important. The more capitalized it is, it's important. So like, for example, super chats are important. Weeble referral links, we're going to put it in quotes, but is that important? And then boom, back to important. Public OTC. And honestly, I don't even know what this one means. And it's also AMC NFT, like that's important, but never found that's not that important. Like, it's just like big letters, little letters, big letters, little letters. And that's what I'm saying. You can tell there's a flavor of like Nicholas Sparks, I think his name is. And then they even linked, look at right here. That's how he knew my name was Matt Kohrs, because right here, the LinkedIn profile is Matthew Kohrs. So wait, where are we? AMC NFT never found. People are literally using that to grow their Twitter, because I have a video on it like 2 days after everyone could get it, because I was like, hey, maybe I can make a video that gets views because people are going to want their AMC NFT. So I don't know how to address that one. Public OTC, they're just saying words here. But okay, so the first part, super chat. Super chat. Yes, I've made money off super chats. This has nothing to do with Weeble, but this does have to do with interests. Matthew Kohrs, oh my God, interests. I don't even know what this is. Veriton Fund Management, LLC. I guess that's an interest of mine. We have offices in Greenwich, Connecticut, New York, and affiliates in London, UK. Why is that underlined? I'm not in any of those areas. I don't live in Greenwich. I don't live in New York, and I don't live in London. I don't even know what this is. It's a multi-strategy, multi-manager hedge fund founded in 2008. They focus on global investment strategies, including credit, fixed income, macro convertible, and volatility arbitrage, event-driven equity, long-short capital markets, and quantitative strat. Like, what does that have to do with anything at all? That's crazy. These are like, they're legitimately insane people. Is there two Matt Kohrs? I think there's another. Actually, oh, funny story. There's 3 Matthew Kohrses and or Matt Kohrses, and I've reached out to both before I became who I am. I like found him on Facebook, and I was like, yo, like, what up? And they're like, hey, you have the same name I have. And I was like, yeah. And then they like stopped talking to me. That was one in high school. And then there's another guy, there's another Matt Kohrs who lives on the other side of the country. And the reason I found about this Matt Kohrs, he's like a middle-aged dude. And I was checking into a hotel, and they're like, do you have reward points? And I was like, I don't think so, but I'll give you my name. And this was me knowing I don't have my life together. I don't have hotel reward points. And they're like, oh, you have a lot of hotel reward points. And I was like, what? And they're like, you do, Mr. Kohrs. And I was like, how? I'm not a Hilton member. And they're like, it looks like you travel and stay quite a bit with us. And I was like, no way. Like, can I get some of them points? And then I didn't steal the other Matt Kohrs' points. That's not where this story's going. I didn't have the membership number, if you must know. But yeah, the other Matt Kohrs, he travels a lot, and he's a very successful member of the Hilton reward system. And I didn't get to use his points because I didn't have the membership number. But I was close to it. We had the same name, and I was like, I could give you my idea. I am Matt Kohrs. And then I think they realized that I was a different Matt Kohrs. So that was a bummer. But hey, you can't win them all. Exposed. Boom. Why can't you be a Hilton's Reward member, Matt? I know I can be. It was just at that point, I was like 20. I just didn't. Well, I can't say it as I'm still not a Hilton Rewards member, but there's a little bit more reason for me not being not a Hilton Rewards member back then. Now it's just I'm not like a put together adult. Back then, I just had my age as like an excuse, and now it's just I don't know. Now I don't know. I'm just not one. Listen, Boyd, I want my points. It would be amazing if the other Matt Kohrs came in. He's like, oh, I know what you were trying to do with my points. Yeah, it does feel like there's a battle for 3 Matt Kohrs out there. Matthew Kohrs linked. You know, I deleted my LinkedIn. It's so funny that this is even something LinkedIn, because 5 Matthew Kohrs profiles found. Shut up. There's 5 of us? That's too many. That is too many. Wait, there's one in the Arlington, Texas. What's this Matt Kohrs about? He's a GM assembler, Arlington, Texas. 1 connection. Oh man, there's too many. If you just search it though, it's just dominated by all the thumbnails from these videos. How does this index it? If you look at the picture of the other Matt Kohrs, which I was about to not show you because I was like, wait, hang on, like I'm giving away his information, but you know his name's my name. You can tell this is a guy who has points on Hilton. Like he just has that look. So like, I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday. The girl's eyes, like she's like, you have a lot of points. And if someone were to have a lot of points at Hilton, this is who you picture in your mind. And like this, honestly, I think it corroborates my story that I'm just not making up this like hotel story. This is the guy who just, he travels a lot and he has a lot of points, man. Lots of points. But honestly, before I showed you that picture, you were already picturing him, right? Like when I was like, oh, this guy has a lot of like hotel points, like it was barely off. Is that my dad? No, my dad's like a through and through hippie type. Congratulations on achieving the milestone of people wanting to expose you. I appreciate that. It's a new level of brand awareness. I don't know who to trust anymore. Searching for yourself is causing market failure. Stop manipulating the market, real Matt Kohrs. Maybe I'm the real Matt Kohrs. We're all Matt Kohrs. Is it really power hour anymore these days? Always feels more like no power hour. Maybe it's just napping, had a tough day yesterday. Maybe it's just staying up. Whoa. Well, that was loud. Did that break everyone's ears? I'm sorry if that damaged people's ears. That damaged my ears. Dingity ding ding ding. The market is closed. It's all a simulation. Yeah, I'm sorry. Karthik, don't unsub. I need you, Karthik. I'm sorry about your ears. It surprised me too. It messed me up. If it makes you feel we all felt that pain together, and that's what counts. Don't forget about that. I'll never recover that. I'll never financially recover. I came for the stock market commentary and instead got an update on the Matt Kohrs clone hunt. We're gonna find them all. I think we should do one big like Royal Rumble-esque Matt Kohrs showdown. You're banned now, buddy. Matt's actually Peter Parker. It all makes sense now. Your baby pic is on a thumbnail from last week. True. All right. That's it from the market. I need to hop off and actually do some calls and stuff. Folks, what is today? Today is Wednesday, which means I'll be posting some VOD content. Check that out. I'll be posting it today on this channel, on the crypto channel, on Rumble. It'll be everywhere. Maybe I'll make another short or something like that. And then normal day tomorrow. Thursday's going to be normal day. We'll be up at the crack of dawn, and then we're going to be streaming. And if things are going nuts, I might start before 9, but the latest I'll start is going to be 9. And then we'll have a normal day of streaming. And remember, I will not be streaming on Friday. I have to find that clone Matt Kohrs in. There can only be one of us. So that's what I'll be spending Friday doing. But overall, I appreciate the good vibe. Shout out to everyone who dropped a like. Shout out to all the new members of the Moon Gang. Shout out to all the existing members of the Moon Gang. From the bottom of my heart, you guys make this awesome. Much love. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.